So this is George. So in this video, I'd like to talk about why I think light sparring is better than hard sparring. It's a topic that's debated in the fight community a lot. So I thought I'd give you a bit of my perspective on this. So some people say hard sparring prepares you for getting hit hard, and it conditions you and make you like a lot more tougher. But I don't tend to agree with this. First, I think no amount of sparring is going to replicate your first fight. So to prepare you for a tough fight, you just fight someone who is similar or lower level than you, and then after that you train a bit more and then you go to your fight. Next is the health aspect. You're more likely to get hurt and you're more likely to suffer a significant amount of hard shots to your head. You get injured a lot more often, so it's not as sustainable in the long run. So if you think of someone who had like 100 fights but only does light sparring compared to someone else who has like 20 or 30 or even 40 fights, but he does full power every session to prepare for his fights. I think in the end, the guy with 100 fights will be more technical and he'll be much more healthier in the end of his career. Another reason why I think you should do light sparring sessions is that it improves your fighting ability more. Because if you go hard all the time on your opponent and your partner is not as good, he'll be overly defensive and he'll play a more defensive role in the sparring session. So it will be less realistic for your fights, because your partner is always defending, always covering his head, and is not attacking as much. So you should have an equal balance of attack and defense in your sparring sessions. Also, by keeping it light, you have a more playful and experimental atmosphere going on, and you can experiment on new techniques that you're normally not very good at. If you go hard sparring all the time, you're going to always repeat techniques that you're good at, and you might become better at the techniques you're good at, but you're less likely to develop new skills. Another reason why I don't like hard sparring is because the risk and reward ratio is just not very good. How I can explain this is, maybe you think about baby tigers or lions. They just play fighting all the time. They're just pretending to fight and like drilling and kind of wrestling with each other, by play biting. And when it's time to hunt, they go hunting for real. They go hard, and there's a risk of injury, but there's a reward of gaining a huge feast at the end. But if you do hard sparring and you get injured from the sparring, there's no reward. So the risk and reward ratio is just, there's no reward from hard sparring. So in my opinion, I think if you balance everything out, light sparring is much better than hard sparring. So that's it for today. Thank you.